Hello everyone and welcome to B&K Agency. Today we are talking Africa. Africa has become a new battleground for global power. The European Union, United States and China are all racing to secure economic ties with the region. But while Europe is pushing for the green development agenda, China is expanding its Belt and Road Initiative and the United States is shifting its approach from aid to trade. But the question is, who will win Africa? Europe has always proclaimed itself as Africa's strongest economic partner. But history and colonial ties make this relationship complicated. European Global Gateway Program, launched in 2021, is a 300 billion euro initiative aimed at supporting green energy, digital transformation, and infrastructure projects. And half of this budget is allocated to Africa. Europe's plan is to build 7,000 kilometers of high-speed fiber optic networks, new submarine cables connecting Europe to Africa, and has a vision to install 40 gigawatts of clean hydrogen production by 2030. But Europe faces stiff competition from China. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, China has committed nearly $900 billion in investments to support energy and infrastructure projects. This gives Beijing quite a strong leverage over African economies, and you can see its impact already on the global agenda. For example, in many important United Nations votes, African countries have already refrained from supporting Western resolutions against China and Russia, showing a shift in alliances. The EU has tried to set itself by suggesting human rights and environmental standards. But many African countries say that such policies are restrictive, even patronizing, and can hinder industrial growth on the continent. One of such examples is Europe's carbon tax on imports, known as Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism. African leaders warn that such policy could cost $25 billion a year, making exports to Europe more expensive and less competitive. America, on the other hand, is changing its approach by shifting from aid to trade. Under the Trump administration, Washington has already favored business partnerships over traditional foreign aid. For example, through programs such as African Growth and Opportunity Act and the US-Africa Business Forum, the United States is aiming to deepen economic ties by opening up markets, encouraging investments, and promoting trade over dependency. Many African countries support this strategy as they are trying to build self-sustaining economies rather than relying on loans and aids connected to political conditions. But where does this leave Africa? Having so many players competing over its influence in the region, African economies can leverage this competition by negotiating better trade deals, encouraging more investments, and shaping its own economic future. So the question isn't really who will win Africa with its rich rare materials and natural resources, but more how will Africa win in this global game of economic chess.